Hi, this is Ezekiel Chu, founder of Asia Forex Mentor. So in this video, I'll be revealing what I do on a weekly basis, and I'll be sharing my analysis for this week, which is the 19th of October 2015. So you can refer to this video throughout the week to spot for trade setups. The analysis in this video will be my trading plan for the week. So in my weekly analysis video, I'll be sharing pairs that have a possible setup for the week or pairs that are worth taking note. So last week itself, I talked about this pair, SGD JPY. So the Sing dollar Japanese yen has still not yet broken out from I marked the 3 points, which is being held by my white line, which is my 365 moving average. So if we look at the 4 hour, last week, which we talked a little bit about here, it went up, it came down and formed a pin bar, so it kind of formed a little of a double top. It shot down later, and this time round it headed back up towards the line in the 4 hour for the first time, second time, third time, fourth time. So it does looks like it is now trying to break this zone upwards. So the analysis still remain for this pair itself. I'll be looking for price for it once to have clear for a clear break above. This time round I'll place it above the Bollinger Band. Once we have a clear break above there, then I'll be looking for a long trade, and then the next stop you will probably stop would be at the daily orange line, which I have marked somewhere over here. So then I'll be looking to get some profits over here. So this is the SGD JPY. So next pair, GBP CHF. Last week itself, let me delete the lines over here. Last week itself, I mentioned about this pair being held very nicely by the Bollinger Band, and after I mentioned, it shot down nicely. So we have made a sign of kind of a quick profit over here, and then this time round, it headed back up towards. Let me zoom this towards the top of the Bollinger Band to retest the old support level. So all this while previously is being held here, is in a support zone. After breaking through, is now headed back up towards the old zone, and from what we can see, none of the bars has broken through yet. So this old Bollinger Band is still holding it well. So we can expect price to range around here, and then I will still expect the Bollinger Band to hold. But once it does break through, if it does break through, then it's going back up to the top zone. Other than that, it is still in this pair. GBP CHF is still in the bottom zone over here. Right now, let's go to 4 hours. Right now, it is in the it's more or less in a sideways consolidation over here. So it's still going pretty much sideways. Yeah. So all in all, this pair I wouldn't trade on this pair right now, because right now it's testing at its old line, and is keep testing it for a couple of times, which is what this pair normally does. So we can see what the previous few days over here, it just keep testing the line over here. So after breaking through, it's heading back up to test the line over here. So we can probably expect price to range sideways over here as well. The trade that we have taken has already done its job. It has already gotten for a profit. So right now, price is going back to test this line over here. So for this pair itself, I will just note this more of like a sideways ranging note for now. Yeah, for now. Okay, next pair. So this pair, it's a new pair I'm going to talk about this week. So this is the Euro CHF, right? The Euro Swiss franc. If I look on the monthly time frame, the last month itself, it kind of formed a little pin, but the pin has not been triggered yet. So the last month itself kind of formed a little pin. So if you go on to the weekly time frame, the weekly last week itself, it formed a long red bar, the first long red bar among quite a long time. It was a nice long bearish bar. So it shows that it's probably the selling momentum is probably trying to hit down. And then if you go to the daily, this is where the current market is. If we look at the daily as a whole, yeah, let me delete this line first. It is being held all this while, held very nicely by my 150, my orange line. Here was the point where it held. First time, second time, third time, and after a long time it came back towards the old line. Naturally it got stopped over here. So even though previous few days it was bearish, it came down towards old level. That's the reason why it got stopped, which is of no surprise. So but however, for this pair, I feel it is more on a bearish momentum, and then is being held. The only rejection here, the reason why it's not going down further is that it's being held by the old strong rejection level. And then if last Friday itself kind of formed little pin, but for this pair I will not buy up even if that goes up. Instead, I'll be waiting for it to break through this orange line for a sell downwards. So if I look at the 4 hour and the 4 hour, we can see also it is being held by the by my white line, which is my 365 over here as well. So all in all, we can see very strong rejection levels over here, and if it does breaks through and does close below, then we expect it to head down, because this lines has been holding pretty well since August. Yeah, so this is my my plan for this pair will be, once it does breaks below, I'll be looking for a sell downwards. So next pair, the Aussie Yen, right? The Aussie Yen. Aussie Yen, if I look at the weekly, so we can see, let's see the weekly. The weekly is being, let me delete the line first. Weekly is being held right now. Why is it? It's now being held by the top zone, which is my 365, and the bottom zone. So last week itself, you can see over here, it got stopped exactly at the top, got stopped exactly at the bottom over here, which is the top, the 365, and my Bollinger Band at the bottom of here. That's the reason why price is ranging over here sideways. So if I mark the two lines over here, the white line and my blue dotted line, yeah. So if I go to the daily time frame, we can kind of see price is, that's the reason why price is consolidating. Heads up, got stopped here, heads back down, got stopped here. So price is now in this range itself. So if we go on to the 4 hour time frame, we can clearly see the zone over here. Here was the weekly line, and then right now the 4 hour also have the 4 hour 150. And then it's 4 hour, in fact, we can see even more clearly it's split into the top zone over here. Here's the highest point of the weekly 365, and here's the middle zone, which is held by the white line over here. And then here's the top zone, here's the bottom zone. So that's the reason why price is ranging over here. So all in all, this pair is a very clearly defined pair which is respecting the levels very well. So this is what we like to see in forex trading. We like price to respect levels really well. So right now it's pretty clear cut for this pair. I'll be looking for this. I have marked these 3 important zones: the top zone, the middle zone, and the bottom zone. Either one, if it does closes below the bottom zone or the middle zone, is heading either towards the top or towards the bottom. So this is a pretty clear cut pair, and then I'll look at this zone pretty closely for in this week itself for the trading plan. Yeah, so this is AUD/JPY. So my last pair would be the New Zealand USD, NZD USD. So NZD USD price has been raging up after the sideways trade. It has been breaking up and all the way headed back up all the way towards my middle Bollinger Band and my 150. So the last time round, price hits up towards this area. It stalled a while and eventually it broke back downwards. So after quite a long time, price is now heading back up towards this zone. So which is of no surprise why it's kind of stalling over here. And what we can note is that it kind of formed 2 bars at one green bar, one red bar over this strong rejection area. So it's kind of so that probably price is going to stall here a while, may even head down. This got to depend on news. All in all, the last entire week itself, the USD wasn't in a great shape. So this will mark as a crucial zone. If we base on the previous history, price is ranging around here for a couple of days before it headed down. So we can probably expect price to range a little while. So for this pair, I'll mark this as the highest zone. If price does close above the highest zone, it is most likely going to head up towards the next level. But here after all is a strong rejection level. So we can expect price to head down a little bit first. Yeah, so forward for me for this pair, I'll just mark the highest point and the lowest point of these 2 bars. And that's where price is kind of ranging. So for example, if price does close below, it will probably go down. If it does goes down, it's because of a strong rejection level over here. So this trade we can trade, but it's going to be I'm not going to set my take profit too far. It's going to be just a quick trade for a nice risk reward ratio for a quick take profit. But once if it does hits back up and closes above here, then it's heading back up towards the next zone. But we can expect price to get rejected around here for quite a while. So this I will be looking for a quick shot to get out for a quick profit and not set my profit target way too far below. All right, so this is my analysis for this week. I will see you all next week.